Hey YouTube, Treadmill 1106 coming right back at you with another review from Mary, Season 1, Episode 8. Boring? First, let me say this. This episode, I said it was boring because they stretched everything out. You know, not only did they stretch it out, it was just the repeat of everything that has already happened in previous episodes. Starts off with a home meeting with Erica, Tina, Warren, and Mitch, their manager, talking about which songs are they going to pitch to Sony, because Sony wants a hit song, and they never did say which song they wanted. So they started to go with they was going to go with the song that Mace was rapping on, but it was nowhere near finished, so they're going to go with Go Get It. Had a selfish moment and said, since I'm going to be pregnant, I don't think we need to put another song out there. And Erica says, wait a minute, you know, this is not just about you. I've been working on doing my pregnancy. And then the other selfish moment she had was when she said she wasn't feeling introducing the song with Mace on it being 4 or 5 months pregnant. I mean, it's like everything was about her. And I agree with Erica, because Erica been working all through her pregnancy, you know, and now Tina's pregnant. She thinks everything gotta stop or work around. And Warren was stressing about getting the song ready to give to them, and he did. So he get the song to Sony. It was a meeting with Mitch, Warren, Erica, Tina, and 2 executives at Sony. And not only were they pitching the song to those 2 ladies, it was 2 executive ladies, they wanted to tell them that Tina was pregnant. So when they first go in the meeting, they meet and greet, and the lady says, hey, I want you guys to sing that song that you sung at the other meeting. So again, right on cue, they sang this beautiful song, and their voices complement each other so well. Their harmony is amazing. It sounds really good. Erica sings the low, and Tina sings the low, and Erica sings the high, and it was just pretty. And they sang the song, and everyone was happy. So then Mitch went on to tell the execs that they're having a new addition to the family, well, Tina's family, that she was pregnant, and everyone has this look on their face like, what do they want to say? But they just embraced that news with joy and gave a little hand hug, and everyone was excited. So that went over well. Now this song Warren was working on, he was working hard to get it right. It was finished, but the exec says, when is the song going to be finished? He looking like, I already finished it, you know. But she wouldn't know when it's going to be finished because it has to be played in front of the senior executives, like a whole group of people. So Warren says, okay, I'll just go back in and put an extra coat of wax on it and, you know, bring it back. So they brought the song back, and they had a video meeting because the execs were all in New York, and Warren and Tina, of course, in LA. Now Erica couldn't make it to the last meeting because she had some complications with the pregnancy again, and I'm kind of jumping around because they jumped around to make it stretch out. I'm just doing it all at one time, as they were in LA and the senior execs were in New York. But when they all started listening to it, they were kind of just getting the feel of it, just listening to it, and then they all started rocking, and it was a thumbs up for them. So Tina and Warren were very happy, and Erica expressed her appreciation, you know, to all the execs who've been backing Mary for years. So Sony put their approval on it. They'll put the money behind it to push it. There was another part where Mitch decided that he wanted another stylist to dress them for the Grammys. And everybody know the Grammys is about, of course, your presence and your performance and the awards. But, you know, the red carpet is a big thing for the Grammys. And Mitch suggested another stylist. Like Erica said, Goo, they love Goo and she does a great job, but she keeps them cute, but not just fabulous. And side note, when they were judging that gospel show, I don't know the name of it, and one day they performed on there and they had on these pants with drawstrings on them and they were kind of like balloon like. And if Goo, if you styled them on that was the worst I'd ever seen them, because they're already very blessed, on the bottom area. It just made them look bigger, and I say that because when Erica decided to have a pre-talk with Goo before Mitch talked to her, Goo said, everything hasn't been all bad. I mean, yeah, there could have been some times where things wasn't super great, but most of the times everything's been good. And that made me think of that situation. I didn't like it. They looked pretty, from the waist up, but down it was like they looked like they was wearing a bag of healthy garbage bags or something. So then the talk with Goo, Erica informed her that this would just be for the Grammys, but what I heard, when Mitch was talking to Erica and Tina, was he basically, everyone knows that he doesn't like Goo, Goo doesn't like him, they don't get along, and he would really like to see her out and have another stylist because she gets too many benefits and too many second chances because she's the sister as well. So anyway, Goo and Mitch had the talk. And this argument between them two, they just stretched it out. It was like the show was boring because everything was over exaggerated. Everything had already been said before. So when Mitch and Goo had this meeting argument, they were saying something the same thing. Well, I want to see someone be a stylist without the security of being a sister, because it'll always, I kind of get what he's saying. He wanted to be straight business because it's not being straight business. She gets to have her tantrums and things like that, and get away with it. But what Goo was saying, who's going to be there when they call you at 1, 2, 3 in the morning and need you there in 20 minutes and you just stop what you're doing and go and do it? Who's going to work on a budget that I've been working on? Who's going to do all the extra stuff? Who's going to have that stuff in an $8,000 dress in a size 12 in like 30 minutes, So she had her little point, but I understood what Mitch was talking about as a business standpoint. So they just bickered and bickered back and forth, like, if this doesn't work with this new person and you call me back, I'm sending you my price list, and it's not gonna, I'm just gonna go straight Hollywood on you, and it was just stupid. I mean, they knew it would turn out like that. Mitch also made a point that image is everything, so they may need to change their image. So this is why he want a new stylist, so their brand can expand. He also touched bases on the progress of their therapy and how they're working on it. And they, like, every time they, talk in their confessional, they always reference, the therapist. You didn't learn that in therapy, playing with it. But now I will say this, and I don't want to open up a can of worms, but the part where Eric and Tina was out on this balcony talking, and Tina says she knows that she can be an issue to work with. I looked at that clip about 8 times, and what I saw, it looked like she has said, I know I can be a bitch to work with. Now that's what it looked like, and they went over it with the word issue. Now if you look at the lips, bitch and issue, it could similar, especially on a fast pass go by. But I kept looking at it because it didn't seem like the words to me was matching with her mouth. So when I looked at it all those times, I'm like, and when she was saying the sentence, like before she got to the word bitch, I'd already felt it in my mind. That's what she was saying or going to say. She said, I know I can be a issue to work with. And it looked like, her lips looked like it read, bitch. Now, if she had said that, you know, bitch, and they kind of like they went over it with the word issue, I mean, of course I would know why, but bitch is a universal word, especially in that content. You know, you act like a bitch, I'm acting like a bitch, or something like that. It becomes less of a cuss word, you know, and more of a just descriptive way to say that you're hard to deal with at times or something like that. But I know for TV, they seem like on their show, they do put out a little bit more than I think they should. And I know that's being real, but it seems like as a gospel artist that it's just some things that, I don't know, it seemed like it could hurt them a little bit. I hope not, but I know that that is the consequences of trying to be real. So back at Tina and Teddy. By the way, I want to say that Teddy, when he wears his glasses, he reminds me of Urkel, you know, Steve Urkel. And this was my first time seeing him or even noticing him without his glasses. I'm like, okay, Tina, he looks good. Glasses on. I mean, you just don't really look at him in any type of way, you know, just like, oh, he seemed like a nice, cool guy. But when he didn't have them glasses on, they was outside talking, like on their little balcony. I'm like, oh, he looked good. Well, anyway, back at their house, Sierra, who was Teddy's daughter from a previous relationship, she came in town to visit. She's 18 years old, and they were just saying, or she was saying, she wants to come up and go to a college there. And they're all excited about the idea because Tina really, you know, loves this child. And I mean, that's her daughter, you know. And Teddy and Tina were talking about, well, if she do come up here to live, I mean, it's still going to be rules. I don't care if she's 18, 19, or 28, you know. And I'm going to have to talk to her, let her know that. So, but Tina was like, yeah, but the bottom line issue, we want her here. Tina wants to be mommy to her just like the rest of the kids, although, you know, this girl's 18, but, you know, of course, she's still a work in progress, like all the teenagers. They were in the room talking and packing as if it was time for her to go home. And Tina was saying, look, I want you to come up here and stay with us, you know, if that's what's, you know, meant to happen. But I don't want you to use this as an scapegoat for something that you don't like happening at home. And she called out her mother's name. You have rules. Those are rules you have to follow, and you want to follow them anywhere you go. So don't think that this is some type of scapegoat, although we would love to have you here, you know. So I thought that was a good talk for her because, you know, 18 years old, you kind of want to be on your own. But if you feel like you can get some leniency over daddy's house, hey, I'm ready to do it, right? But I guess Tina let her know, look, it's not going down like that, but we want you here. Just looking at Tina, you could tell she'd be very fun to, you know, be around with when she not being all snappy and edgy. I have to say, Tina did not get snappy and edgy much in this episode, so I'm pretty proud of her. Also, Teddy had a showcase he was doing. He's a drummer for the Tonight Show, and he also sings. So this was his first show, and all his family came out to support him. You know, Tina, Erica, all their family, all his family. And I have to say, Tina did look nice. She had a different look. She had some little shiny metallic leggings, stretch fitted pants or something with a little blazer. It was cute, but what really looked nice, she was just extra smiling, like extra happy. She was so excited for her husband, and that's the part that I enjoy seeing. And So he's playing the drums, and you know who plays drums bad? I don't know anyone, because I'm not gonna really know if you messed up, because you know how drummers can go off and do their own thing, and you just like, yeah. But I will say this, because he did sing, and you know it's kind of cute. He said he wanted to sing to his wife and things of that nature, but you need to leave singing to Tina, because just hang that part up. But his efforts to sing to his wife, I mean, that was cute. But as far as just talented singers, I really do enjoy Teddy's confessionals, because he says some of the slickest things. In this confessional, he said, man, my wife looked so pretty out there when I was singing to her. He was like, man, if she wasn't pregnant, I will put a baby up in her tonight. I really liked Erica's look in her confessionals this episode. I really did. It was the 1950s look. I think it was like the 50s. And her makeup was flawless. She had on the kind of pink lips and pinkish, you know, up in the face area, in the eye area. I really enjoyed her look on that. I was surprised that Erica was so excited. She started jumping up and down. I mean, her jumps were really high. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, you're not supposed to be moving like that in your condition. Not only are you pregnant, you have had issues during your pregnancy. So you're doing too much. And shortly after that, she started having contractions. And I was like, I knew it, because that jump was high and too much. So Warren takes her home, and Teddy and Tina and his family go home. Oh, and also, that was the first time his daughter Sierra saw him perform, so that was an additional excitement and motivation for him. So, that was it. That's all I had. That is my review for Mary Mary Season 1, Episode 8. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Trevor 1106. Till next time. Bye-bye.